Welcome, college football fans, to College Sport Check, and this is the football channel, and here is the College Sport Check football schedule for week number 3, and we're going to start with Thursday, and that's going to be the Houston Cougars taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. This is going to be at 7:30 tomorrow night on ESPN. Now, a couple of games for Friday. There's Arkansas State, Utah State, Arizona State, Texas San Antonio. But 8 o'clock on ESPN is going to be the Baylor Bears and Rice Owls. So that's going to be on Friday at 8 p.m. on ESPN. And now we have the schedule for Saturday, which is very important. You must schedule your Saturdays accordingly. So here we go. And now, starting with the 12 o'clock noontime games, there are 7 games for noontime on Saturday. It's going to be South Carolina State, and they're taking on the Clemson Tigers, the Bulldogs and the Tigers, ACC Network. Florida State and Louisville on ABC, Georgia State and Wisconsin on the Big Ten Network. The Iowa State Cyclones taking on the TCU Horned Frogs on FS1. North Dakota State and Iowa, the Bison and the Hawkeyes. That's going to be on ESPN2. Ohio and Tennessee on the SEC Network. And then Miami, Florida take on Appalachian State, the Hurricanes and the Mountaineers. That's going to be on ESPN. And now we fast forward to 3:30, and that's the next round of games, some late afternoon games, if you will. And it's going to be the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they're taking on Ole Miss. 3:30 on CBS, and that is definitely one not to miss. Colorado and Michigan on the Big Ten Network, and then it's Pittsburgh and Oklahoma State. That's going to be on ESPN. And one more game for 3:30. That's going to be the Oregon Ducks taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and that will be on ABC. And those are the 3:30 games. And then we head over to 7 o'clock. We have 2 games on tap for 7 o'clock, and that's going to be Texas A&M, and they're taking on Auburn, the Aggies and the Tigers on ESPN. And then you have Mississippi State and LSU on ESPN2. So those two are the 7 o'clock games. 3 games on tap for 7:30 on Saturday, and that's going to be Ohio State and Oklahoma, the Buckeyes and the Sooners. That's going to be on Fox. And then we have Georgia and Missouri. That's going to be on SEC Network. And then it's the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That game is on NBC. And those are the 7:30 games. Now for 8 o'clock, 2 games on tap for 8 o'clock on Saturday. USC Trojans taking on the Stanford Cardinal on ABC. And then it's the Portland State Vikings taking on the Washington Huskies on the Pac-12 Network. And then one final game for Saturday. It's going to be Texas and California Longhorns and the Golden Bears. That game is set for 10:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. Now, please note these are all Eastern Time since we are in the Eastern Time Zone, so you're going to have to adjust your timing accordingly. All right, so now let's take a look now on Wednesdays. And I know I mentioned it. So on Wednesdays we do the schedule, the top 25, and then on Sunday mornings we go over all the scores because there's a lot more than the games that. But just to make things go a little smoother, so Sunday morning we go bang out all the scores. Now also on Wednesday we like to take a look at what's going on with the college rankings. So after week number 2, here is the current rankings, the AP poll, presented by College Sport Check, and here it is. First place still is Alabama. Florida State climbs up to second place. Third place, it's Ohio State. Michigan in fourth, and Clemson in fifth. All the top 5 right now, 2-0. Now we have Houston right now in 6th place at 2-0. Stanford in 7th place. Washington in 8th. Wisconsin in 9th. Louisville in 20th. Stanford's 1-0. Houston, Washington, Wisconsin, Louisville are 2-0. Texas is in 11th place. 12th place, it's Michigan State. Iowa in 13th place. 14th, it's Oklahoma. And in 15th place, it's Tennessee. Texas, Iowa, and Tennessee are 2-0. Michigan State at 1-0. And Oklahoma at 1-1. 16th place, it's Georgia. 17th, Texas A&M. Notre Dame in 18th place, which I'm not mistaken, they climbed up from 23rd. They were in 23rd last week. 19th is Mississippi, and LSU sits in 20th place. Georgia and Texas A&M are both 2-0. Notre Dame, Mississippi, LSU 1-1. 21st place, it's Baylor. 22nd, Oregon. 23rd is Florida. Arkansas in 24th, and Miami of Florida in 25th, and they are all at 2-0. Schools that are waiting for votes, okay, here it is. It's TCU, Utah, San Diego State, UCLA, Boise State, Pittsburgh, Oklahoma State, Nebraska, North Carolina, Auburn, Central Michigan, Colorado, Arizona State, and Cincinnati. Check out some indie music with The Deuce Show, now available at Long Island's Community Radio, communityradioli.com, and click on the Indie Music button. Thank you for tuning in. This is College Sport Check Football Schedule and Rank. This is College Sport Check, available at Long Island Community Radio, communityradioli.com. And we do the schedule on Wednesday evenings and the scores on Sunday mornings. So you go communityradioli.com and click on the College Sport Check button.